Welcome. Welcome. Let me see if I can make this bigger. I think I would know this by now. All right. How y'all doing today? How y'all doing today? I kind of got started, but I figured that was a good idea. Let me make this muted here. Hey, Christy, how's it going? Woo. Hey, Caroline. Nice to see you. You guys grab your hot beverage or your cold beverage or your chilled beverage or your lukewarm beverage. I'm drinking English breakfast decaf. It's hot still. My husband got me a cat mug. Isn't that cute? Who would have thunk I would become the cat lady? So you have to tell me what you guys are working on. I've been playing around with collage stuff today, so I'm going to continue that. We went out on the town last night, which we don't do, and that involved a lot of peopling. Just made a pint of builder's tea. Yeah, it's nice. I think I kind of wish the handle was a little bit different, but it works. But yeah, the size of the mug's nice. So he got him one too. We're supposed to be one for the art bus and one for the home bus, but he's a cat person in denial privately. Yeah, so friends of ours gave us tickets to AJ Croce, and the concert name was Croce Plays Croce. And so we trekked over to Knoxville, just about an hour from here. Wow. Very, very, like, I live in the woods and I like the woods. I like the peace and quiet and nature, and you guys know all that already. Uh, yeah, it's nice to get out every now and then, but when we were on the way home, I was like, get me to the forest. Can't do it quick enough. So I woke up with a big headache. I think just stimulants, people and noises and traffic and lots of music and stuff. But so if I sound funny, I woke up with a big headache, and it's better now, but it's kind of a slow linger back there. If I was drinking, I would be like, I woke up with a headache because I was drinking, but I wasn't drinking. So I just woke up with a headache, and I think I was hungover from so much activity. So, um, so today I have been working on these little cards. They've been in the back of my mind for months since I found these. I wanted to find some at the thrift store because I kind of want to make a little deck, maybe affirmation cats or something. But so I found these little flashcards at the dollar store because I couldn't find any at the thrift store after going multiple visits. I really like shopping thrifty. But and these, like, I homeschooled for a brief 3 years, and these are so thin compared to what I remember flashcards being, but they still work. So I took 5 out the other day, and I put some gesso on them so that I could paint and stuff on them. And it turns out so far, like, I've taken 2 of them. So this is okay. I need to calm my brain. These cards are just gessoed, and they sound like sandpaper now. But and then these 2 cards were gessoed, but then I started getting little scraps and collaging them before we started live today. Um like I've taken little pieces of paintings, other people's. Well, like I had some kids in the other week, and they left some of their stuff, and then tissue paper. So, I don't know. I haven't done this a lot. Like most of the things, I haven't done this a lot. So I'm just experimenting, of course. So then I had the idea, like, to draw some sketchy ink cats on this tracing paper that I have. So I drew, like, from pictures, I drew Butch was looking down at me from the catio shelf, and Winter was on a rock facing the creek, and then Butch climbing a tree. And so I've just been playing with that, and maybe the idea of, like, um, happy Sunday, Eileen. Yeah, welcome. So maybe like collage, some cats on here, and um, kind of get that beginning of that idea that I've had for so long started. I think y'all are the same. I have just so many ideas. Like I really should just like keep a running list. Problem is I start a list on a notepad that's in the house, and then I come here and I forget the notepad, or I start the note on my phone and then I use my phone to go live. So anyways, I do have lists, but I need like a pinned on the wall old school that I write with my hand list so that I can have it in front of me. So all that to say is I have so many ideas, but this has been one that I've had in my brain for a long time that I've wanted to play with. And you guys, I have been creating every day consistently. It's not shocking to you probably, but to me it's shocking. And I'm happy about it because of the 100-day project. So it's nice because I feel like I'm building a creative uh, routine, or it's just becoming more of a daily practice, which I love. Oh, that's good now. So let's get started, huh? Let me turn this down towards the desk. My desk is a mess, but I think you guys can not care about that, maybe. And yeah. So whew, I'm still having the organized chaos thing happening. I would like to figure it out eventually because I don't have it figured out yet. Um, I glued this stuff on maybe an hour ago with this stuff. All these things I've had for years, but I hadn't used them. I bought them with intentions of being used. So matte medium, um, it reduces gloss, extends color, lowers viscosity, increases transparency. So what I'm doing is the other use for it is as collage adhesive. So that's what I was using it for today, and it wasn't sticking. And I was gonna like, what the hell? But it is sticking. It just takes a while to grab. So that's not an issue. So I'm gonna keep using that. And then I also got out my little corner punch thing. I don't know where I got this, but probably Walmart or something because I don't recall it at all. Maybe someone gave it to me. But all these cards have rounded corners, which I like for, a deck. And then when I'm collaging, I'm making them square, and instead of me free cutting the circles, I'm just going through and trying to trim down the corners as I go. So they're still rounded. But this is part of my project because I thought there's 52 of these. I don't know if I'll make a whole 52 deck, but maybe like a 30 something deck. 30 something. I just thought of that show. How funny. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I didn't Did I have another one that I started? No, I did not. So we'll put some stuff on here. I don't get the yellow yet. Might put some regular paper on first and then so I've just kind of like I'm been hoarding all this um scraps and things and so yeah, I'm just using those. One piece of paper that I was gluing on. Here it is. My little space is getting littler. Littler? Oh man. Oh, if any of you guys are Jim Croce fans, I always like I knew of him and I knew his music, but I didn't fan out over him or anything, because I was like 6 when he died. So, and I grew up and latched on to the oldies, what they called the oldies on the radio, which was like the 50s, 60s, and 70s, or 60s, 70s, and 80s. I don't know. But it was something like that. And I don't think it was the 80s because that would have been my genre, but technically. But I was an oldies girl. So my mom had a big record collection with like Del Shannon and stuff. And she had passed when I was 20. And I just loved that music. And I loved like the older stuff. And so I remember, singing along and stuff to Jim Croce, but I didn't like follow, I wasn't like a super fan or something. But anyways, so it was really interesting because his son has kind of had his own career. This feels really busy, but let's see, maybe I can mute it down. Um, his son has had his own career that I didn't know about. And so the friends of ours, let's see, what's such can I like better? They were gonna go, but they're in Florida. And so they were like, "Do you want to go? Because we want to stay in Florida longer." So yeah, I think that we wouldn't have gone, had that not been offered, but like we wouldn't have picked to go. I'll do that on the other side. But I'm glad we went. He did he does his own music, which I knew none of it. So that was like I wish I would have known some of his songs. Wow, what was that? I don't know what that was. Um, but it's very bluesy and like I don't know the right words, but very lots of sounds all at once, which is hard for me. But he's very, very talented. So if you like kind of like the bluesy rockabilly type stuff, um, he's really talented with music and not music, piano and guitar. Music, yes. Um, so, but he weaves in stories about his dad, and uh, when he does his songs, he uses his voice uh, differently, and it sounds very much like his dad, which everyone in the crowd wanted to hear all the Jim Croce songs. Uh, I don't even know if you guys are writing. Let's see. My desk is always a mess. That's right. A messy desk is a creative desk. Hi, bartender's daughter. Hi, Andrea. Yeah, a little creative mess goes a long way. I'll show you the full scope. How about that? So I put some collage stuff over there and I quickly moved it to over here beside me. There's the computer so I can see your messages. These are my pens and a random pencil or two. Muddy water. I keep my things open so I can just access them if they come into my brain. And then I've added my little a small amount of acrylics. There's more acrylics over there. Don't look at that. There's more acrylics in that box, but I put a small amount of acrylics in here, and this is just a random pile of pens and pencils and scissors. But oh, I wanted to show you guys that. Um, is it in here? Well, I can't show it to you if it's not in here. Well, this is bark. Oh, there it is. So this is bark from outside, and I had as soon as I saw it, I was like, "Wow, I could paint the cats climbing trees because they do that." And so that was fun. I think that this one might be Butch. Where's Butch in here? Nope. I don't know where Butch's is, but I did his first. But yeah, so I that's where Kinsey kind of likes to lay. She's in the house today. But yeah, this is my my mess. And there's some more pens. But okay, what was I doing? Oh, this is what I was doing. Okay, so I'm going to put some more stuff on this side. Might put yellow on this one. Is that sticker? This is already sticker. Look at that. Is that real? No, that's not sticker, is it? I can't tell. Kind of acts like sticker. I'm going to say no. That's an illusion. Okay. Get some paper and some other paper. Some of this paper. But yeah, today's a tear and glue and scribble day because it feels right. Oh, that's one thing I liked about what he did. He so he was blind for like 4 years, 4 to 10, 6 years. And I guess he has eyesight now with glasses. So that's cool. But he when he would introduce a song, he would talk about like his own songs. He would be like, "This is about blah blah blah, and this is how it feels." And then he would start playing it instead of saying like, "This is what it sounds like," or "This is how it sounds." And I just love that. I love that he said, "This is how it feels," because you feel music. I mean, if you're just listening to music to listen, then maybe you don't feel it, but that's too visual. Um, so that was a really cool wording. I liked that wording. This is how it feels. So yeah, collage and tearing and gluing and sketching is how it feels today. I really kind of like that tear. I hate that I covered it up. Maybe we'll get it back. You have to tell me what you guys are working on. Cassie says, my mess exploded across the living room. LOL, as I had a delivery guy bring furniture. Okay, hopefully he didn't think I was a super messy human. Who effing cares if he thought that? You know? He might be a messy human. Don't let that bother you, girl. I cared too long about other people's thoughts about me, and it creeps in every now and then. And I do like it when people like me. I mean, who doesn't like that? But, also, You get to a certain stage and you're like, hmm, I'm not going to be everyone's am, and they're not going to be mine. It's okay. Find your tribe when you are true to yourself. Preaching to myself right there. Mm. I like this one a lot. Let's see how I can mess it up. Uh, mm. Well, it's definitely making the cards feel better. I like that. I needed that. Put some yellow on that one. Mm. I basically decided once I used this matte medium and it didn't make things stick right away, that I thought I won't use that for the video because half the video will be spent holding down the things. So the matte medium will work. Mm. Mm. Maybe I'll just make it on this one. Do you guys listen to music when you create? I know people that do, and also people that don't. I tend to not, but I'm not opposed to it if it was the right kind of, it needs to be like a background thing, or maybe when I'm painting like big, when I'm painting big and I'm not caring, which is rare, then I can have music on, but I don't know. I don't typically have it on. I don't even know if this will work the way I want it to. We'll see. Stuff in my mind might not be what's possible. Well, that's fucking cool, Caroline. I nearly always listen to Robert Plant or Led Zeppelin. Very cool. Uh, yeah, I think that I have a iPad over there that I started listening to music when I moved in here, but I wasn't like sitting at my art desk, I wasn't sitting and making things when I did that. But I might incorporate it if I think the thing is that holds me up is I don't want to hear commercials because then I'll be like all annoyed. I don't know. Will that show through? Who knows? This feels righter. This feels righter. Mm. Mm. I crack myself up with my words sometimes. Mm. Hello, Wendy. Let's see. Eileen listens to a podcast. I did a rod race. That sounds fun. Yeah, YouTube music is nice. That's what I had on when I was listening to it in here, was the YouTube music. And then I had that premium something for like a month. And but yeah, I didn't, if a commercial comes on, they're usually a lot louder, and then I get all like my sensories all get whacked out, and so it has to be no commercials or no talking. It has to be music for me. But I don't even know if this will fit on there. That's fun. Figure it out. I think part of the is it this one maybe. I'm gonna put some orange on this one. Yeah, there's orange on that one. You guys haven't said what you're working on, have you? Did I miss it? White noise and easy TV. Hi, Allie. I'm feeling fragile today, so I've got a self-care box, which is basically stickers and cutting stuff up. Good. Hi, Wendy. Uh, yeah, I think that's what happens is I forget all about it, and then I'm over here getting in it, and I'm like, well, I think I just thought of it because I went to that concert, but I think music can complement the creative time or hurt the creative time, depending on what it is, I guess. What gets you going. But I have the windows open today in here, so I apologize if you can hear the motorcycles that are revving up around me. Guess everyone thinks it's a good day to ride. I want to fold that over. Is that going to work? That might work. Yeah, that's what I feel today. A little self-care, calmer, creative time. I'm just going to stick them here and see what happens. Hmm. Oh, there is I saw a video last night. Um, I like to watch Fran. I think her channel is called Fran Nerd. I've been watching her for like 8 years or 9 years or something. Anyways, she lives in New York, and I think she lives in the Bronx, but she goes to New York City for museums all the time. And anyways, she went to an exhibit, and this lady that she shared, I think the exhibit was like lesser known artists, or something like that. And she shared this one woman who paint like acrylic was her medium, and she would stick her hands in it, and she would just like pat and make patterns and like paint with her like actual finger painting. It was really, really good. It was so interesting to watch, because she shared a little video of her doing it. You guys know who I'm talking about? And it made me think about when I do, like, I stick glue on my finger. I don't know. I think because I was on the computer so much, I'm embracing like getting my fingers dirty or sticky or um, messy or whatever. It feels good to have textures and crud on my finger. uh, all right. So I have one guy's left. There he is. How are you going to be, Butch? How's the vibe going to go for you? Kind of thinking of tearing that off and sticking you here. That's kind of fun thinking about that stuff. See if I can remember how I wanted you. Like that. Well, this is fun. I might have to do the whole deck. Not on today's video, but you know what I mean. A couple cards a week or something. But yeah, I feel like I'm for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm like working at art consistently, or working with art consistently, or creating consistently is probably the right word. And it's pretty neat. Stick some more in there. Check in with you guys. Oh, I dropped something. Well, it was my matte medium brush. That's okay. Let's see what you guys are saying over here. We don't need to see my shorts, so we'll move that a little bit. Where am I? Okay. Caroline, at the moment, I'm doing a paint by number of the Northern Lights. Nice. I like that. I have some friends that, schooly people that are traveling, and they do the paint by number a lot on the road. Allie's working on a mixed media painting to display at our library. The R is inspired by song. It took a while to figure out what song I could illustrate. I chose White Rabbit. Oh, nice. Yeah, Fran, you watch Fran too? Um, I wanted to tell you guys, I think Allie, you're one of them. I finally found your posts on the post. Like it gave me a notification 2 days ago or something, and I liked your post on the post thread. But when I go to the actual post thread to see the thing, it doesn't show me. So I don't know what I'm missing, but I can't find the stuff to comment on. I can't find how to comment. So I'm not giving up. Keep posting in the post thread. It is there for the community, and um so let's see. My hands have been covered with paint and gel medium lately. Yeah, they went to greens. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. It I like the feeling of art. Like I like to feel the paper and the glue and the paint and the things. Okay, let's do something with these guys. Let's turn them over. Maybe no, let's do something else now. Hmm. Oh, that's cool. Maybe this can go here. Wish it was the other way. Hmm. Maybe that way. I think for a lot of us, we can overthink us ourselves out of creating anything. I mean, I know I can do that. So that's the other thing that's been happening is that instead of sinking it into the ground and never doing it, I just do it and then move on. Very therapeutic. Mhm. I think that needs more brown. Let's see what else I got over here. I just grabbed a bunch. I didn't even look at it really. Some of it's too busy for my brain right now. Mm. Okay, so uh, hmm. I believe in on my channel. Let's see here. See, I'm going to new tab. No. Okay, at the top of my channel, from my view, let's see if I can look at it in a different window here. Nope. Let's see. Click that. Nope. Let me see if I can do that in a incognito. Okay, at the top of my channel, I don't know on the mobile, but on the desktop, it says my banner, It says my little name and my picture, and then below that it says subscribe or community and community. You click on the community tab, and then you can post there. Oh, there it is. So I can't do this on the I can't do this on the what am I trying to say? I can't do this on the mobile. But now I see Allie's post and I should be able to comment on it. I commented on your post before when you did the wrist thing. And then Intrepid Fairy Cat. Yeah, so you have to be signed in, but you can do that. Let me see if I can get back to where I am. Make that bigger. And the chat window opens. There we go. Yeah, it might be. I can see the post tab on my phone when I post and say I'm going to go live. I do that on my phone. But when if you guys post, it doesn't show me your posts on my phone. So that's weird. But I do go on the computer a couple times a week because of to upload my video on Fridays. I have to go on my computer to do all the little logistics of the video, like the end screen and blah blah blah, all that stuff. So I do go on my computer, but I just need to be like checking that on my computer instead of just on my phone. So I might be avoiding I don't know what words I want in these cards yet. I thought about it being like affirmation deck and then like doing some more mixed media with pens and crayons and stuff. Um, on this one, I just put a little Derwent ink on there, and then I also did the little tree, a little Derwent ink, and then I just used the little brush and moved it around. But yeah, I don't. For the affirmations, I'm like, you know, I'm coming up blank at the moment, so I might wait to or I might just write a bunch of words and then pick out ones later. And also collage, like I could pick out words that are on the collage papers. But move that stuff out of the way for a minute. Play with these a little bit. Oh, there's Butch. So this was the Butch brand. This was the Butch bark. So I found out if you bring nature in from outside, this is a common sense thing that I didn't think about. You should clean it first. Because I brought in all these little barks, and then little tiny spiders and ants and stuff was crawling all over my desk. But that's like a common sense thing that I just didn't think about. I think it's funny because it seems like that's really obvious. Oh, I found some really. That's what I was gonna do. Um, this morning on the catwalk, I found some really cool fall leaves that are like just hanging out still, and but they're almost gold. And I was gonna bring them and incorporate them, but I forgot. I put them in a little pile over there. So, but that was really neat because I was like, wow, that looks like a gold leaf, literally, but with nature. Yeah, I'm gonna I think I'm just gonna multimedia these guys and wait on the words because it's more fun. Like, I want that just to be in my head. I don't wanna have to struggle for that. Some of my words are angry, and I don't want these to be angry. I'm not an angry person, I'm just gets irritated with all of this stuff going on. Uh, see. I like this pen a lot. Do something with that. Maybe some more. Oh, his silver too. Hmm. Let's see. Want to create more this you. Okay. Caroline, I'm always on the iPhone. Okay, yeah. So that's the post thing. Nicola, hey, how's it going? I You said that about daylight savings. My husband and I were totally clued out of that. We haven't been on Facebook, like we purposely are not on Facebook right now. And so usually I guess we find things out that way. But both of us were like, wow, it's getting light so much later this week. And I think it was Wednesday, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday that he said, guess what? Sunday was daylight savings time. I was like, "You know what? I'm not mad that I don't know and that I'm not really paying attention. Like, that's fine because I've spent so much time paying attention that." But it did explain why we were so tired. Um, you like the addition of the scan bar? Yeah. Thank you for the compliments, guys. So the community tab for Ally shows on the iPhone, but not the iPad. That's so annoying. Like, why wouldn't you make up, like, why I'm talking about YouTube. Why would they not like make it so it's possible on all the things? I don't know. I like it when colors come together. I didn't plan it. The only thing I planned was I brought out the tissue paper that was more springy, like with the yellow and the orange and the what other color? Like teal. Yeah, the teal color. So, but it is kind of like they are kind of looking, I kind of wanted them to look like they're part of the same, um, words today are hard. Part of the same, the deck, so to speak. But, yeah, it's kind of cool when that happens. kind of using a so this is a watercolor color. It's nice to have the supplies out all the time, which I didn't have before in my home bus. I think I definitely lends itself to being like, even though I struggle with the organization of it all, it it's like just waiting for me in here, and it feels like, oh, okay. And so my choices when I come in here are to pick up where I left off or put it all away and do something different. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Mm, okay. Brown, maybe. Will it look like that brown? Maybe. Doesn't have to blend in exactly. Sorry, Butch. I didn't mean to get brown on you. Mm, some more creek water marks. I don't know. What am I trying to do? Winter definitely pops when he has color all around him. I still struggle with how to detail Winter. It's not as easy as Butch, but I kind of like the pen drawing, so I'm not going to detail him out too much more than that. Work on this one a little bit. Okay. Tree. Tree, tree. Hmm. This paintbrush is needing help. There we go. Nope, it keeps splitting. Oh, I'm done with that brush. I don't like that. I don't like that. This one. Feel like we're having a fake spring because Tuesday it's supposed to get down to 19 here. And I've kind of moved on from all of that, and I'd like it to be warmer now, please. But I think after that, it's supposed to kind of even out. But last year at this time, we were April, yeah, March, April. Yeah, April, we came over here from Asheville area. So I'm kind of feeling more settled now. Been here a while. We're still kind of on the hunt for our own place, but we're not in a big hurry. It'll all work out when it's supposed to. If I get those guys wet, I guess. Yeah. Oh, I found this. Let's see what you guys are doing. Oh, that's a great idea, Allie. I usually tidy up my space when I'm done playing and create a pleasing little scene to come into by laying out a few props that I'll use in the next session. Wow, that's awesome. I don't know that my brain could do that. I think, like for example, when this is over today, I will get things that are like I'll need to take care of my brushes and stuff at the home bus, but I'll get things that I need to take care of out of here, like wash things out and stuff. But typically everything just stays here. Um, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to come back to that, you know, and when I come back to it, like I said, I'll either pick it back up or I'll clean it up then. But I don't know that I love that process, so I'm open to not, open to figuring things out differently. I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to keep doing the marker thing, but I'm just going to maybe try that back a little bit. I don't really know what I'm doing, so I'm just having fun. I tried to get the sewing machine out, or I did get the sewing machine out on Thursday. The backstory there is my mom loved to sew. She had a sewing room and that's what she did. I mean, she didn't do that for a profession. She did that for fun. And I hated it. Never got into it. And I was a tomboy, I still am. And however, I was starting to think like it'd be cool to have a sewing machine to like stitch on paper or stitch like leaves together. Like the fall leaves, you can get this, is it glycerin? I don't remember. I think it's glycerin, and you can soak the leaves and then they become like permanent, like they don't fall apart. And so then you can sew them and people make things. So that was my initial like, wow, that would be awesome. So the guy that's building out a school bus over there, he had a sewing machine that he was getting rid of and he gave it to me. So then my friend BJ came over and she taught me how to use it like 4 months ago before she went on a trip. And uh, that was the last time I used it. So I was like, let me get that out and I'm going to sew some things and I'm going to start stitching papers together and stuff. And so I got it out Thursday and now I'm doing stitch marks. Isn't that funny? I got it out Thursday and the little bobbin in the metal thing, I can't get that in there. And I watched videos about it and I still can't get it in there. I can't get it to stay in there. And so once I get that fixed, and once I figure that out, I am going to have fun doing that. But right now, it's in the frustration pile of BJ, come help me, please. If you're listening. But, yeah, so I wanna do that too. I was just imagining having some stitches and stuff on these even, but have you guys tried that? Have you guys done any of the stitching on paper? I don't know why I'm doing this, but it's fun. I like doing the dots. Textures. Carry over some of this, creek vibe. Love stitching on papers and leaving thread tails. Yeah. Usually you hold the bobbin case lever out until it's slotted into place, and then when in the correct place, let go of the lever and that's the theory. Yeah, that's the theory. I have a brother super basic something brother sewing machine, and it's really popular and it's on YouTube, and I picked this one lady's video. Bless her heart, she tried so hard to explain it, but she left out the actual she did the threading and how it goes through the things and then up and down and around and all that, and I got that. She left out the part of putting the thing in the thing, which is the part I need. So, I'm gonna have to find a different video, I think. But thank you. Thank you for that. I'll figure it out and one day we'll stitch. Well, I don't know if I can stitch on a live. That might be too noisy. I don't know. What do you guys think? Can you stitch on a live? We'll play with it. These kind of look like they belong to the same family, right? There's some orange over here. Hmm, let those dry. Play with them some more in a bit. Let's see. Go ahead and stitch away. I've added hand stitching. Yeah, I have the that's kind of one of the things I thought of is because I can't get the like The machine would be fun, and I did stitch something, I don't know where it is now, but when I first got the machine working and I had my tutorial, I stitched something. I don't know where that is, but I thought it'd be fun to make a bunch of ephemera like that is already ready that has stitching on it. And then also I have my awl because when I make the books, I can poke my own, I can poke my own little design and then stitch like a butterfly or just some markings like little dashes or dots or blops. Hmm. Wow, this has been satisfying. I like doing this. Well, uh, yeah. Oh, wow. Look at that. Time flies when you're having fun. Oopsie. I wonder, my thought is this box, it's pretty flimsy, but I don't think this blomps. This box, I don't think that this box will hold the cards when they are thicker and collaged. So I think as time goes on, I'm gonna put some more. I think I'm gonna put some more of this blue over here. Maybe I don't know. I like the white space too. I don't know. We'll sit with that for a minute. But anyways, I might take the. Oh, awesome! Good. Get posting in there. Just kidding. Um. Oh, so I might take this box apart and then make it a little thicker, and either reuse this box or use this box as a template to make a thicker box, like I did. I used this box, a little Winter Vision essential oils box, and I made uh, uh, a template out of it, and then I made this box. So I think that's what I'm going to do because I do want the deck, whatever the deck is, I want it to have its own box that is also handmade. Handmade. Speaking of handmade, one of my friend that creates fashion, like thrifts, she thrifts clothing and nice fabrics like velour and corduroy and stuff. And she cuts things apart and makes her own clothing out of them, clothing line. Anyways, and she also does lino cut and prints it on the fabric and then puts that in the design. She posted today that Shein, I'm telling you all this so you know about Shein if you don't know it already. They are notorious for stealing people's art and creations and remaking them in China and selling them for cheap. So yeah, they did that to her. Okay, I'll check it out. When did you send that? Um, yeah, so if you buy from Shein or you know people that buy from Shein, that's what they do. Same with Temu. So unfortunately, like that's the way it is. People have no morals or ethics and they just do that and don't worry about it. Wow, 3 weeks ago. I am so sorry. I'm not embarrassed or anything over here. I'm so sorry. I will get on that. Make myself a note. Send the letters that I've already started. Finish the letters I've already started. Let me write this down. Finish letters. Uh, bartender's daughter. Is that your email? What email did you send? Well, don't announce it, but just I'll go look for it. Because I don't know your name. Maybe just send me your name so that I can look in the email. But I'm going to finish the letters I've already done, and then I'm going to mail everyone's letters out because that's been like something I keep not doing. That's going to happen this week, people. For real. For real. Let's see. String and nail. Yes. Um, wow. I am so sorry. I will get on that. I I want to do this, so I just need to have I need to be remembering things better. Um, Thank you for telling me. Now I just have to put this note somewhere where I will see it. I'll do that. Right now it's going right by my phone, so I don't leave this area. But today, after this live, I'm gonna finish the letters that I've already started, and everyone's mail will go out this week. I'm swearing on my flashcard deck that that's gonna happen this week. Um, and my husband is going to, because he goes into town now 3 or 4 days a week for a part-time job, and he's gonna go by the post office, and I think we're gonna get hooked up with a PO box. So I have been letting you guys know you can email me. Okay, you leaving, Eileen? Thanks for coming. Um, yeah. So if you all want to do snail mail, you can email me your address. But I will update soon with hopefully a PO box. That'll be easier because I don't. Our friends are fine; they have no problem with it. But personally, me, like, I want to I want to have my own address so that my mail comes to me and not them. Let's see. The cards and box is a great project. I did that with Soul Collage. Very cool. I wish I knew how to save the chat because you guys say a lot of neat things that I don't don't find later. Let's see. No, doesn't look like that works. Hmm. Screen. Hmm. I don't know. Yeah, I uh I have thought about doing a Zoom for a few months now. I would probably do it on a different day, and I think that I'm at the point where doing a Zoom wouldn't traumatize me. Pin the note to your shirt. Fair. That's fair. Um, it sounds dumb, but I did Zoom for so many years that, and it was all digital marketing and stuff, and it was hours upon hours upon hours every day for a long time that I would be on Zoom with, and it was so I avoided Zoom for so long, but I think Zoom for art would be fun and it would hopefully like replace feeling. So, um, I've been thinking uh, Wednesday is probably my best day to do a Zoom. So, kind of playing around with that idea. I don't think it'll be this week, writing this down, my notes. Um, but I'm thinking of tentatively planning one for not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. And it'll probably be like 11 or 12 p.m. Eastern. So I would love to see y'all's faces that want to be seen and hear your words and see your art, and we can like play together in a virtual way. Oh man. Okay. Well, that shit. Um, I might be able to do one every now and then, like on a Saturday. I don't think I could do it every Saturday, but like maybe once a month or something on a Saturday. And being employed is totally good. I I um I'm thankful my husband is employed and we live so minimally that I don't need a lot right now. Otherwise, I would need to be employed also to be a starving artist, and it's okay. Um, okay, so Wednesday would be good for you, Andrea, or a Saturday. I don't know when you said that, so I'm not sure in response to what that was. Wednesday is good. Well, maybe I'll do a Wednesday one and a Saturday one, maybe like once a month. Putting it down on the note. We'll see. We'll get that going possibly in a week. Not this week, but because I need time. I need to draw it all out. Make it long process of decision making. But yeah, we'll figure it out. Um thanks for being here for my card making. I wanted to see what these look. I like these guys. These give me all the feels. Um yeah, I know I can't please everyone. I do try, but not as much as I used to do try. Now I do try, but if I can't, I don't, you know. Um I don't know, it just feels good to make people happy, but also not at the expense of my own happiness. Life lesson. Yeah, I like them. I think they just need maybe some words, maybe on this side only, or maybe some little word. I don't know. I need to wait and not get ahead of myself because right now I love them with no words. So, yeah. Yeah. Well, yes, I would love to see you, Caroline. And but if you want to go like off camera, oh, hi, honey. Lindsay's in here now. She's like, wait, I'm finishing up, love. No worries. Um, yeah, on the Zoom, you don't have to show your face if you don't want to. It's totally cool. I won't judge you. But yeah, I'll figure that out and we'll actually see each other, sort of, except for you, Caroline. um, I used to not want to do that also, so I get it. Now I just make sure I have no facial hairs before I go on my lives. Why do facial hairs grow black? Why is that a thing? Kinsey, why is it? Kinsey's looking at me like, why are you asking me this? Kinsey, why are facial hairs black? Why? I don't know. You don't worry about it, do you? You're fine with it. I'm usually okay with it until I go out. I'm going to town and I go look in the mirror. I'm like, whoa, I have a mustache growing. Oh, the joys of being older. Where's the glue cap? Hmm. Oh, that's a problem. I don't want my glue to dry. No, I don't know. Absent-minded right now. I had my own hair in my mouth. All right, y'all. We are approaching the hour and a half mark. Should we just go for it? Another 7 minutes? You guys are you guys are all laughing so hard. You know what I'm talking about. You know it. Kinsey doesn't know it. She keeps looking at me. What are you talking about? But yeah, the tweezers are the best friend. And the tea is cold, so that's my sign to be done with that. And the glue stick lid is nowhere to be found. Is the glue stick lid orange? Am I looking for the wrong color? I don't know. I don't know. Um, yeah, collages. And I like the I like the multimedia, like I wasn't sure, the tracing paper. I really like doing that and seeing the paper behind the tissue paper. That's very satisfying. And this one, Butch is orange, and so I like that part of the orange shows through. Not as much as not as much as I thought, but it definitely shows through. But I like that. I'm gonna definitely do more of these. Maybe 52 minus 3 of these, so 49 more. I also think like writing, not my note because this is important, but other writing on this kind of paper, note paper, that would look cool on like a card, a little section. Then maybe I could write. Maybe that'll be the words. So many ideas. But yeah, y'all are making it hard for me to leave. Um, but I do want to go do other things too and fit them all in the same day. So I'm gonna hang up. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed the live. I had a great time. It felt really good. I'm probably going to do a lot more collages and paintings and mixed medias because I like it a lot. And incorporate watercolor and all the things. So, um, so this week I'll post on Friday, and then I will probably post in the community post about the Zoom call, which we'll do uh, a week from Wednesday. We'll do one, and then we'll do um, maybe we'll do one on Saturday and Wednesday this week, and then we will space them out. So it's like every month. Definitely couldn't do every week. Oh, what kind of expedition exhibition? If you want to share, I'd love to hear about it. Um, yeah, but thanks for letting me know. I would have definitely noticed that you weren't there. But yeah, so keep an eye on the community tab, post in there. I am going to go on my computer more so that I can see your posts. And I am going to follow my notes and get my mail out. It's an art group expedition showcasing for for 4 days. Wow, that sounds so fun and cool and people-y. But I hope it goes well. And yeah, if you want to share a picture, we'd love to see what you're up to. And you all have a wonderful day. And I hope the week goes well for y'all. And thank you for hanging out with me. And I will see you all soon. Bye.